let's talk today about how to keep your cool, how to stay calm and confident under pressure, because your brain called and it wants to stop panicking. So if you ever felt your heart racing like you're in an Olympic sport right before maybe a big presentation, a tough conversation, or even just giving input if you're a really shy person. Yep, pressure loves to knock on that door uninvited and usually under big fluorescent lights, right? But here's the good news. Staying calm and confident under pressure, it isn't just a born with it type of thing. It really is a skill. And like any skill, you can train for it. So let's break it down with science, statistics, and maybe a dash of sass. So why do we freak out under pressure? Blame your brain's ancient wiring system. So when you're under pressure, your amygdala, the brain's panic button, it fires right up, right? It's great for escaping that saber-toothed tiger, which I don't think any of us have those in our backyards lately. But it's not so great when you're trying to lead a team meeting or negotiate a raise or negotiate with your spouse or your kids, right? According to a study published in Nature Neuroscience, when we are stressed, the brain shifts control from the prefrontal cortex, which is our rational thinking side, to the amygdala, the emotional reactor. And that's not where we want to be, right? So translation here is your ability to think clearly, it literally shuts down. How many times did you react emotionally and you think back and you can't even remember what was really said, right? So let's dive into 5 science-backed strategies and tactics for a calm and confident comeback. So these are confidence boosters that maybe you never heard of or have never tried. So let's go beyond the basics. These quirky yet powerful tools, they tap into psychology, neuroscience, and even a little behavioral magic. So tactic number 1, the past wins playlist. So confidence is a memory game. Your brain is constantly looking for that proof point that you can handle the challenge. So why not give it the highlight reel, right? Create a past wins or maybe a playlist, a journal entry. Something that is written, spoken, or even some voice notes. Maybe times that you really crushed it and were really proud. So it could be a deal you closed, a talk you nailed, a day you didn't lose your cool under fire. And replay it right before these high pressure moments. So neuroscience shows that recalling success, it actually activates the reward centers in the brain, fueling motivation and reducing that self-doubt. So you've been here before, I'm sure, so many times, and you've been successful so many times. So play that back in your mind because you could do this. Tactic number 2 is wear your confidence anchor. So what you wear can literally alter how you think, right? Don't you find yourself when you're all dressed up, you feel so different than when you're just in your stretch pants and sweats laying on the couch, right? Psychologists call this enclothed cognition. So it's the idea that clothing and the way that maybe you do your hair or your makeup is a symbolic meaning affecting your performance. So in one study in the Journal of Experimental Social Psychology, participants wearing a lab coat, they believed to be a doctor's coat, and they performed better on attention tasks and those wearing maybe a painter's coat. So have a piece of clothing or an outfit that is your bomb, right? Maybe some jewelry or even a fragrance that makes you feel empowered and like your boldest self. That's your confidence anchor. So wear it with purpose, especially in times when you need it. Tactic number 3 is use future pacing. So before a big moment, don't just visualize success. Mentally rehearse the aftermath, the successful applause, right? So for example, imagine you're walking off stage, smiling as people congratulate you. Picture checking your email and saying, "Great job," in your email box, or even on LinkedIn, a post or a response to a post saying, "You killed it." Your brain begins associating the task with positive emotions. So this is called future pacing, often used in sports psychology and in neuro-linguistic programming, or NLP. It's used to train the mind to expect and to feel success before it happens. So try that one. I know I try to practice, of course, before I'm going into a presentation or even in a really tough conversation. I try to come up with the right words of what I want to say, but I also envision myself as to, what is this going to look like? Like, what would success look like to me, right? Tactic number 4 is the 90-second rule. So feel that emotional wave crashing over you and taking over. Neuroscientist Dr. Jill Bolte Taylor found that an emotion lasts for only 90 seconds. So if you don't re-trigger it with thoughts, you can get past it. So when pressure spikes, try this. Say to yourself, "This is just a 90-second wave. I'm riding it." Then breathe, stay still, and let it pass. Confidence isn't the absence of stress, it's the mastery of your response. So this is a great opportunity to take some of the tactics I've talked about in some other videos with always pause, even if it's for a few seconds, take a deep breath, maybe do, some breathing exercises without looking obvious, and then respond. This is a great opportunity to get past those 90 seconds, right? And tactic number 5 is let's reframe pressure as a privilege. I know that sounds messed up, right? This is one's mental judo, I call it. Research from Stanford shows that reframing stress can shift your performance dramatically. Students who were told nerves are fuel, they perform better on tests than those who saw anxiety as negative. So instead of telling yourself or believing in your mind, "I'm nervous," say, "I'm excited," or even, "Pressure is a sign that I'm growing." Why? It's because your body's stress and excitement responses are nearly identical, and your brain just needs a great story to go along with it. Now, here's a bonus tactic. Visualize the win. I talk a lot about this, but I truly believe in it. This helps me even when I'm practicing what I'm going to say, is visualizing the whole situation. But top athletes swear by it, and science agrees. Mental imagery, it can improve performance under pressure by up to 35%, according to the Journal of Applied Sport Psychology Review. So visualize yourself delivering that presentation smoothly, handling the hard conversation with grace, or calmly nailing the interview. Your brain always cannot distinguish between real and imagined success. So if you make it up in your head, it will come to you, I promise. So use that to your advantage. So think about how many times our minds go to the negative, right? And what happens? The negative happens. Or, we start feeling that anxiety and pressure when things are not going our way because it's all in our mind. But if we can flip the script and start thinking about, what would this look like if I killed it? And I know that you can. So here's a mini mantra to remember. Pressure doesn't mean that you're unprepared. It means that you're doing something that matters. and maybe is hard. And the harder the thing that we're trying to do, it's where we're growing, right? So some final thoughts here is confidence is a practice. I know it's hard to believe, but you have to put it in your mind to put it in your life. So let's be honest. Nobody feels 100% confident 100% of the time. I know most of the time I don't feel confident, but I gotta jack myself up somehow. But with the right tools, you can feel calm enough to lead, to speak up, and to perform like the powerhouse that you are. So next time pressure knocks on that door, put on a big smile, breathe, maybe push your shoulders back and get good posture and channel your energy. You've got the science, you've got the tools, and most importantly, only you can make it happen. So if you found this content valuable, please consider sharing it, please consider subscribing, and we will see you all in the next video.